Hi guys, let's start part number 4 of test number 29 UPSC 2021 Prelims test series from Vision IAS. So let's come to question number 76. Multiple invasive alien species, that is IAS, have become a threat to ecosystems worldwide. In this context, which of the following are the common characteristics of IAS? Number 1, rapid reproduction and growth. This is correct. Number 2, high dispersal ability. This is also correct. Number 3, phenotypic plasticity. This is correct. Select the correct answer using the code given below. The correct answer is option D, that is 1, 2 and 3. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 77. Recently, 100th death anniversary of Bal Gangadhar Tilak was observed. Which of the following statements is not correct regarding Bal Gangadhar Tilak? Number A, he was a contemporary of Swami Vivekanand. This is correct. So Tilak, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, he was born in July 1856 and he lived till August 1920. And Swami Vivekanand, he was born in the month of January 1863 and he died in July 1902. So both of them, they are contemporary. Number B, his concept of Swarajya was based on the Vedanta philosophy. This is correct. Now let's come to option number D. He published the Orion to establish the primacy of the Vedic literature. This is also correct. Option C. He vehemently criticized British rule through his Marathi publication, the Maharata. This is incorrect. So Tilak vehemently criticized the British rule and endeavored to awaken the political consciousness of people through two weekly newspapers that he owned and edited. The first one is Kesari, published in Marathi, and Maharata, published in English. So in Marathi it should be Kesari and not Maratha, and Maratha is published in English. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 78. Recently, government has proposed to set up India's 4th bird ringing station in Bihar. Which one of the following is not the purpose to establish a bird ringing station? So the first option, option A, to observe, monitor and research on migratory birds. This is correct statement. This is correct. Number B, to study population changes and species decline. This is also correct. Now let's come to option number D, to address the problem of bird conservation. This is also correct. Option C, in situ conservation of critically endangered avian species. This is incorrect. It is not an in situ conservation technique, but it facilitates monitoring and record keeping of wild avian species, especially migratory birds. So it is not an in situ conservation. So option C is incorrect and it is the correct answer. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 79. Consider the following statements with reference to the Producer Price Index, that is PPI. Statement 1. It measures the change in average retail prices that a consumer pays for the goods. This is incorrect. This defines the consumer price index and not producer price index. So producer price index measures the average change in the price of goods and services either as they leave the place of production called output PPI or as they enter the production process called input PPI, that is producer price index. Now let's come to statement 2. PPI excludes indirect taxes. This is correct. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option B, that is 2 only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 80. Which of the following is the objective of the recently constituted Disha Fund? Option B, to promote internship in intellectual property rights, that is IPRs for self-employment. This is incorrect. Option C, to encourage startups with a focus on the marketing of tribal goods and handicrafts. This is also incorrect. Option D, to provide subsidy for individual farmers complying with stubble burning guidelines. This is also incorrect. Now let's come to option A, that is to promote indigenous manufacturing of unmanned aerial vehicles, that is UAVs. This is correct. So option A is the correct answer. Question number 81. Which of the following are famous for Jain caves? Number 1, Udaygiri. This is correct. Number 2, Badami. Correct. Number 3, Ellora. This is also correct. Number 4, Ravan Fardi. This is incorrect. Ravan Fardi cave is the only Brahmanical cave temple at Ehole. So, number 4 is incorrect. Select the correct answer using the code given below. The correct answer is option number C, that is 1, 2 and 3 only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 82. It was written by a Buddhist poet. It describes a story of a dancer who preserves her chastity from a prince and becomes a Buddhist nun to preach its doctrines. It gives glimpses of the development of the fine arts in the Sangam age. Which of the following works is being described in the above given passage? Option A, Silapadikaram. This is incorrect. Option C, Tolkappiyam. This is incorrect. Option D, Ittutogai. This is also incorrect. Option B, Manimeklai. This is correct. So option B is the correct answer. Now let's come to question number 83. Which of the following indicates high stability of banks? Number 1, high capital adequacy ratio. This is correct. It is an indication of high stability of banks. Number 2, low non-performing loans to total loans. So low non-performing loans. Yes, this indicates high stability of banks. This is also correct. Option number 3, high loan to deposit ratio. This is incorrect. If the loan to deposit ratio is too high, it means that the bank may not have enough liquidity to cover any unforeseen fund requirements. So it does not indicate high stability of banks. So number 3 is incorrect. Select the correct answer using the code given below. The correct answer is option A, that is 1 and 2 only. Now let's come to question number 84. Consider the following statements regarding Gavi, that is the Vaccine Alliance. Statement 1. It is a public private global health partnership with the goal of increasing access to immunization in poor countries. This is correct. Number 2. It was formed as an emergency response system to fight the COVID pandemic. This is incorrect. It was not formed in order to fight the COVID pandemic, but Gavi was created in 2000 as a successor to the Children's Vaccine Initiative, which had been launched in 1990. So number 2 is incorrect. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option A, that is one only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 85. Which of the following statements is or are correct regarding the states and union territories in India? Number 1. All state legislative assemblies and all union territories with legislature have nominated members. This is incorrect. Not all union territories with legislature have nominated member. So statement 1 is incorrect. Statement 2. All states and only the union territories of Delhi and Puducherry have representation in Rajya Sabha. This is incorrect. Not all union territories are allocated seats in Rajya Sabha. Only union territories of Delhi, Puducherry, and Jammu and Kashmir have representation in Rajya Sabha. So statement 2 is also incorrect. Select the correct answer using the code given below. So the correct answer is option number D, that is neither 1 nor 2. Question number 86. With reference to the Indian economy, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Angel Fund is a money pool created by high net worth individuals for investing in business startups. This is correct. Statement 2. Fund of funds, FOF, is an investment strategy of holding a portfolio of other investment funds rather than investing directly in stocks. This is also correct. Statement number 3. Debt fund is an debt fund is an alternative investment fund, that is AIF, which invests primarily in debt securities of listed companies, and it can be listed companies and also unlisted companies. So statement 3 is also correct. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option number D, that is 1, 2 and 3. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 87. Consider the following statements with respect to imposition of President's rule. Statement 1. The proclamation imposing President's rule is subject to judicial review. Yes, it is subject to judicial review. Statement 2. It can only be imposed on states and not union territories. This is incorrect. It can be imposed on states and it can also be imposed on union territories. So statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 3. It can be proclaimed on the advice of the Council of Ministers standard under Article 74. This is correct. Which of these statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option B, that is 1 and 3 only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 88. Consider the following statements regarding the National Plan for Conservation of Aquatic Ecosystems, that is NPCA scheme. Statement 1. The Ministry of Jal Shakti is the implementing agency of this scheme. This is incorrect. NPCA, that is National Plan for Conservation of Aquatic Ecosystems, is a centrally sponsored scheme implemented by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, and it is not implemented by Ministry of Jal Shakti. So statement 1 is incorrect. Statement 2, it deals with the conservation and management of lakes as well as wetlands. This is correct. Statement number 3. Fisheries development is one of the activities covered under this scheme. This is also correct. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option number B, that is 2 and 3 only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 89. Consider the following statements regarding the differences between cloud computing and grid computing. So statement 1. While cloud computing does not require setting up of software, grid computing installation of the software component is essential. This is correct. So for cloud computing, it doesn't need a software, and for grid computing, it needs software installation. So statement 1 is correct. Statement 2. In comparison to the grid computing, cloud computing maintains the resources centrally. This is also correct. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option number C, that is both 1 and 2. Now let's come to question number 90. With reference to Laurentian type of climate, which of the following is not correct? So we have to find the incorrect statement. Option A, it has features of both the maritime and the continental climates. This is correct. Option C, it has cold, dry winters and warm, wet summers. This is also correct. Option D, in the southern hemisphere, this climatic type is absent. So in the southern hemisphere, Laurentian type of climate is absent. This is also correct. Option B, it is sometimes referred to as the Gulf type of climate. This is incorrect. Cool temperate eastern margin climate is also called as Laurentian climate. And the warm temperate eastern margin climate, which is also called as the China type climate, is sometimes referred to as the Gulf type of climate. So number B, option B is incorrect, and so this is the correct answer. Question number 91. Which of the following factors affect seed germination? Number 1, permeability to water. This is correct. Number 2, availability of oxygen. Correct. Number 3, size of the seed. This is also correct. Number 4, burial depth of the seed. This is also correct. Select the correct answer using the code given below. So the correct answer is option number D, that is 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 92. Okay. With reference to quasars, consider the following statements. Statement 1. It is an astronomical object found at the center of galaxies in which a supermassive black hole is surrounded by a gaseous accretion disk. This is correct. So statement 1 is correct. Statement 2. It functions like a black hole and thus can only be detected by watching for its effects on nearby stars and gas. This is incorrect. So, quasars, they are very luminous astronomical objects in faraway galaxies that emit jets at radio frequencies. So, they are only found in galaxies that have supermassive black holes which power these bright disks. So, 90% of them do not emit strong radio waves, and only a few of them are radio loud quasars, so they emit radio waves. So statement 2 is incorrect. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option number A, that is one only. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 93. Which of the following statement is not correct? So we have to find out the not correct statement with respect to the Great Run of Kutch Biosphere Reserve. Option B, Tropic of Cancer passes through it. This is correct. Option C, this biosphere reserve is drained by River Luni. This is correct. Option number D, the Bani grasslands are found in this biosphere reserve. This is correct. Option A, it is famous for Asiatic lion. This is incorrect. So the Great Run of Kutch Biosphere Reserve is famous for Indian wild ass and not Asiatic lion, but Indian wild ass. So option A is the answer. Now let's come to question number 94. Consider the following statements with reference to the afforestation of sand dunes. Statement 1. The plant or the tree species to be used for afforestation must be, so they must be drought resistant. This is correct. Statement 2. The tree species should be able to withstand high temperatures and severe frost. This is correct. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is C, that is both 1 and 2. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 95. With reference to the Forest Survey of India, that is FSI, consider the following statements. Statement 1. It releases the State of Forest Report biennially, providing an assessment of the latest forest cover in the country. This is correct. Number 2, it carries out an inventory of trees outside forest areas. Yes, they make a list of trees outside forest areas. This is correct. Number 3, its headquarters is located at Dehradun. This is also correct. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option number D, that is 1, 2, and 3. Question number 96. It is considered the world's first electronic musical instrument. It has a vertical antenna for controlling the tone and a looped antenna for controlling the volume. It generates sound by modulation of electromagnetic waves, and this is done without the player having to even touch the instrument. So they don't have to even touch the instrument. Which of the following musical instrument is being described in the above passage? Option A, alpha sphere. This is incorrect. Option B, oscillator. This is incorrect. Option D, reactable. This is also incorrect. Option C, theremin. This is the correct answer, theremin. Now let's come to next question, question number 97. Which of the following is a common feature between the federation system in India and the USA? Option A, Equality of representation of states in upper house of the federal legislature. This is incorrect. So this equal representation of states in upper house of the federal legislature is done in USA, but it is not done in India. So this is incorrect. Option B, vesting of residuary powers in the Union. This is incorrect. This is done in India, but it is not done in USA. Option C, Union cannot be destroyed by any state seceding from the Union at its will. This is correct. So this is a common feature of both India and USA. Option C is correct. Option D, consent of state is required for altering its boundaries by parliament. This is incorrect. It is not a common feature of India and USA. So for question number 97, the correct answer is option number C. Now let's come to next question, that is question number 98. Consider the following statements with respect to solifluction. Statement 1. It is a slow downslope flowing soil mass or fine-grained rock debris saturated or lubricated with water. This is correct. Statement 2. It is common only in the tropical climatic regions. This is incorrect. This process is quite common in moist temperate areas where surface melting of deeply frozen ground and long continued rain respectively occur frequently. So it is common in moist temperate areas. So statement 2 is incorrect. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option A, that is one only. Now let's come to question number 99. With reference to privy purse in India, consider the following statements. Statement 1. It was a monetary benefit provided to erstwhile princely states in return of their sovereignty claim. This is correct. Statement 2. It was abolished by the 26th Constitutional Amendment Act 1971. This is also correct. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? The correct answer is option number C, that is both 1 and 2. Question number 100. With reference to the practice of untouchability, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Untouchability is not defined in the Constitution of India. This is correct. It is not defined in the Constitution. Number 2. Constitution provides practice of untouchability as one of the grounds for disqualification of a member of parliament. This is incorrect. Constitution does not provide the practice of untouchability as one of the grounds for disqualification of a member of parliament. The Representation of People Act 1951, which was enacted by the Parliament, recognizes practice of untouchability as a ground for disqualification of member of Parliament. Statement 3. It is a non-bailable and cognizable offence under the Protection of Civil Rights Act 1955. This is correct. Which of the statements given above are correct? So the correct answer is option A, that is 1 and 3 only. That's all guys. Bye.